Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for watching today, Thursday, the 21st. So, sorry I'm a little late today. Busy, busy day for a Thursday. So, today, my topic was or is is do you have the persuasion equation? So, what I mean by that, in sales, in getting people to trust you and like you and know that you're going to look out for their best interests, do you have the persuasion equation? Now, I'm going to give you a couple things to think about when you're building a relationship with people. Guess what? Spoiler alert. There's no one out there that, I'll just stick with realtors, that has a perfect equation that's going to get everybody. Sometimes I run into very successful realtors and they think they've got it, and they're like, oh, I get everybody. You don't. There's no way to get everybody. You know why? Especially the people that think they get everybody. There's people that just never even call you. There's business out there. You know why you don't have the perfect persuasion equation? A lot of people is because not everybody uses you. Not everybody calls you, even though you've called them and talked to them. You would think that, imagine if you had a real estate business where after 10 years, every single person you've talked to or connected with or everybody on your database bought or sold a house with you. Oh my God, you wouldn't even be able to keep up with your business after many, many years if you did a good job prospecting. So I'm going to go back from that, is that you've got to figure out the equation that's best for you to deliver your value proposition to why people should like you, trust you, know you're the best person for the job when they're ready to buy or sell. And you got to think of some things. And here's a few things to think of. One, you've got to figure out what the values they're looking for to persuade them. Like when you are, I'll just go other sales, like a car. When someone's trying to sell someone on a car, when you go buy a car, what are you looking for? They're trying to, you walk into a dealership, there's different cars. There's minivans, there's sports cars, there's convertibles, there's SUVs, there's different price ranges. You got to find out what you're going to sell these people on buying. You're not, if you want a minivan, they're not going to sell you on a two-seater sports car. Similar, if you follow me on this comparison, you got to figure out what they're looking for in their agent. Are they looking for someone that's going to be a best friend to them, like best friends, and they're going to get to know you and after the sale, that they're like, they want to use a best friend. They just want someone that just knows them and knows their family and wants to get together with them, and they want to know that. Then there's other people that go, I just want you to be available, and I want you knowledgeable. I want to see your experience. I want to know you know the area. I want to know that you have sales and you know the houses and you've been in the business so many times. Because let me give you a little bit of my experiences. What's great for agents, especially new agents, listen to this. This is my perception of 30 years of being in the real estate, and this is why I tell every agent, no matter where you are in your business or how many years or your expertise in a market. I see agents in different markets that have one listing, that have never been in that market, never had a sale in that market, never even, they don't even know they're on the one side of town, and they've never even been on this side of town. The reason why, and I'll paint a picture of why, because they've had the value proposition, they had the persuasion equation with that client to tell them what they wanted to hear. They wanted to hear, probably, I'm just guessing this, they wanted someone to know and trust that they're looking out for their best interest and had a connection, maybe a referral. Maybe they were a past client moving on the other side of town. Maybe a friend of a friend or a past client referred them to the business. But guess what? That agent that had that listing didn't get it because they've sold 20 other houses on that street or have been in that market for 15 years. because some people ask for that. Some people, I want to have someone list my property that I've seen in the area, that have sold other houses in this street. So the point I'm getting at is that you've got to have that persuasion equation per person of like what they're looking for. So if they're looking for personality, you got to be a chameleon and have that personality. If they're looking for years of experience and expertise, you got to either you show them what you have personally, or to all of the new agents, even our own agents, especially our own agents, is that your office has. We sell thousands and thousands and thousands of houses every year. We've in our office here, especially Century 21 Home Star agents, over I never even had, I can't even give you all of the houses. I'm giving you a guesstimate of over 35,000 houses or more that we've sold in our history, and trillions, not billions, not millions, trillions of dollars of real estate we have sold in Century 21 Homestar. So if you need the expertise in a specific market, especially in Northeast Ohio, and we have agents in Columbus and Cincinnati and Dayton and Athens, but especially Northeast Ohio, where we've started 23 years ago, we have expertise in almost every market in Northeast Ohio. So if you need that persuasion, to get your persuasion equation to persuade them to use you and be on top of the list, and you need that experience, use the office. We'll show you the numbers. We'll show you how many houses we've sold on that street, how many houses we've sold in that division, that city, that neighborhood, wherever. And then the bottom line, and I'm sorry, I jumped ahead a little bit there, but what I was getting to is that to the new agents is that a majority of people today, compared to 30 years when I got in the business, they're looking for someone they could trust first before years in the business, before expertise. If they know you, trust you, and like you, those are the top 3 things that people are looking for today. I remember years ago getting into this business at 21 years old, right out of college, and every single listing appointment, every single buyer appointment was, how long you been in business? And I lost business all the time to agents at other offices in other cities because that house was in that city and they wanted someone who worked in that city, not just that area, that city. If you're ever selling a house in Cleveland Heights, they wanted an agent in Cleveland Heights, and they wanted someone who's been in the business. I mean, the amount of business I've given to agents in the past that had more years experience when I was younger, I should get a cut of the commission, because they would go to me and then go to another agent that would just say they have more years of experience, and they would get the business just because they wanted someone with more experience. Today, I don't see as much of that. And now some people disagree with me, but I see it. I see the numbers. I see agents at all different companies, even our own company, which are great agents, but they're brand new. They only have a year in the business, 2 years in business, and they're doing phenomenal. That was so much harder 30 years ago. So, sorry to date myself there. So today, I know I was going off a few tangents there, but the persuasion equation, you got to figure out how to persuade people to use you. And it's not the same formula. It's not the same, I'm the biggest personality and the loudest salesperson in the room, and I'm going to get every deal. No, you have to say, you got to figure out what they are looking for. Who are they going to use to buy their next home, list their next home, and figure out what equation you have to put together to enhance the things that they're looking for. And that's only something that you, in talking with them, asking questions after question after question, getting to know them a little bit more. You might not figure this out in one conversation, but as you're prospecting, that's how you figure out that equation. So you're talking to now, they're on your database, they start talking with them today, but they're buying 5 years from now. Over many conversations in 5 years, you're going to know when you have to sell them, when it's the final decision, when because any agent that's in the business, that's been in the business a long time, will tell you they have people on their database they've been following up with for years and calling and mailing and connecting with, and then all of a sudden they sell their house or buy their house with someone else and they didn't use them. What happened? They didn't. At the end of the day, at the moment when they're making their decision of who to use, the agent, even though they're following up with them, didn't put the persuasion equation connect with them, didn't have the right persuasion to persuade them to use them, even though they were following up with them. So hopefully that makes a little bit sense, but I'm happy to communicate this one-on-one and coach you a little bit. So especially our Century 21 Homestar agents, feel free to call, text, email me, connect with me. We'll set up some time one-on-one coaching and go over how and ideas and brainstorming. This is not something that it's just like an equation, like a mathematical equation on a piece of paper. Do this for everybody and it will equal this. That's not how it works. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your time, and we'll see you tomorrow on Friday. Have a great day. Bye-bye.